Hi, my name is Lindsay, and I am the travel agent with Save the Day Travel Agency. We're fully licensed, bonded, and insured, and I am doing this tutorial today to show you how a booking is done in ExpediaTAAP as a travel agent. So, as you can see on my main page, this is my inside to my account, and there's really nothing personal to share. I am going to show you how to book a package. Now, a package includes either the property flight or property flight car, or you could just do property and car or flight and car. For this tutorial, we're going to do a property, a flight, and a car. We're going to be leaving out of Philadelphia, going to, let's do, how about Rome? And I will do FCO. Okay. The dates we're going to look for will be the 14th, 7th. We're going to go for about 2 weeks. And up here, I'm going to double check. We have 2 adults. We'll do 2 children. One will be 5 and one will be 8. No infants, and we don't need another room because our children are going to stay in the room with us. If you only needed accommodations for part of your trip, you would click here. Like, let's say you only needed your hotel for a portion of the time that you would be away. You could figure that, but right now we're just going to keep it basic. Okay, so here you can see that it confirms at the top what we said. We're leaving from Philly, going to Rome. We have 4 travelers. We want to return May 27th, and we're able to adjust if we want economy, business, or first class. We're just going to stick with economy, and we want direct flights only. And we will search again just to refresh. If we changed something up here, we want to refresh. If we didn't, then you could just leave it the way that it was. All right, and now we have the ability to sort. So we can sort by what's recommended, or we can sort by price, low to high. And typically when I'm working with a client who has a budget, this is what I choose to do. And then I come down and I put in the budget, let's say $2,400. And then I also like to, if I don't have anything specific like a pool or ocean view, hot tub, whatnot, then I just leave it, which is what I'm going to do for now, just so that we can see what's available. But when I go overseas, I want an 8-star review or higher. So I'm going to filter this by 8 or higher. And then I can see in these green squares here, this is our reviews and how many reviews there are. So this village has 1,300 reviews. These only have a few. And so I might take that into consideration when I'm booking something, because they're either new on here or they refreshed their account somehow or something, made changes, and then they had to set their views again. But also some people don't leave reviews, so you don't have to judge that. But it's one of those things where you don't always want to judge the book by its cover. So your hotel should have some good reviews on it. So we have the option to look for a house or a hotel or a resort. You can see that there's breakfast included or a pool option available. Sometimes it'll tell you like how many it sleeps. There's 2 bathrooms, so that's nice. This is an apartment. But we're going to stay in Rome, and I think we want to be a part of the culture, and we might want to do something like a bed and breakfast, because then you get that home style cooking from Italy. And as a small family, you may not need to stay in a house by yourself. But for this situation, the kids would probably love the pool. We can take a look here and see. You see the architecture is really pretty. It has a pool. That would be fun for the children. It has a kitchen. This one has a pool, a hot tub, nice architecture, and it has breakfast. So now keep in mind, when we were searching here, this is the price per traveler. So I was trying to stay under a $2,400 per traveler. So that would mean times 4, it divides the children as well. This looks fun. Okay, so this package, we'll just go with the one at the top. That has water slides. Okay. I think I'm going to go with the one at the top, the village. I like that it's a separate home and the family can stay off on their own if they need to. Has a pool. So it's $19.62 per traveler. That's way under our budget. It has an 8.2 review, 1,300 more plus reviews. And this includes the flight, stay in car, and it's a 7,849 package total. So it's going to change a little bit as I build, but I think this would be a fun place to stay. It's in nature, surrounded by trees. Comes with a kitchen. You can see the bedroom. There's a splash pad. This is definitely a family place and looks like a lot of fun. Okay, let's do it. Pool, hot tub, laundry, bar, 24/7 desk, pet friendly. That's great. And this explains everything that they give you, provide for you, and it's very detailed. So I like that because when you're traveling overseas, you want to know what you're getting. And you want to find, some places don't fill in all their amenities. So you want them to be transparent, right? Choose your unit. Bungalow, tent, bungalow 3-bedroom. We don't need 3 bedrooms because we just have 4. But since we were way, and the price is not even that much greater, I might go with something that has bunk beds. Kids usually like that. 1 double bed, 1 twin, and 1 bunk. Now we might 4 twins. They're sold out of the queen. Okay, let's just do the chalet. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. That'll be quite enough for 4 people. Now we get to pick our flights. So you have the option to decide we already selected the nonstop previously, but you can decide which airline you want to go with, or if you want to do morning or evening. There's not very many options here. Sometimes the list can be really long. And so I'm just going to look to see. I like the ones that have, okay, so these are all nonstop. They're all the same time. So typically I recommend, and that's because we're leaving from Philadelphia, so it's pretty basic. I typically recommend no less than an hour overlay. If you can't do nonstop, if you have a stop, you must have an hour. Don't do 50 minutes, don't do 30 minutes, an hour and 5 minutes, anything over an hour, just to be safe. And then you want to also check the add-on of the cost, but we're under our budget, so this shouldn't really be a big deal. And you want to check the time that you land. So when you're traveling overseas, you want to make sure that you have enough time before you have to be anywhere, because you're going to have a transfer and the airports can be a little hectic and you have to find your luggage and make sure you find your car and everything. So we don't probably check in until 3 or 4 o'clock in Rome. And so maybe there's time in between here for this family to go grab something to eat or go see a tour, an activity, because in Rome they could go quickly somewhere for a couple hours. But since this is no extra fee, and now if we had points that we wanted to use, we could go with the airline if it was an option on this time period. Go with the airline that we could use our points. If it wasn't an option and that's what you wanted to do, was like you wanted to put your points program in there, you could go back and start over and try to find a package that includes that airline on different days maybe. But we'll click here and we're just going to do economy. And now you see up here our total is saving $28 because we have a package and it's $2,084 per person. And that is $700 under our budget. So all of these are the same again. We're going to come back at 4:30. We're going to do the first one because it's no fee, but changes are included. Okay, so we can do, if we needed to change our flight, we could pick that one. All right, now we're going to pick our rental car. So I'm 6 foot and so is my husband. We want to make sure that we have like a large ceiling and something that's comfortable. A family of 4 is probably going to want an SUV, a full-size vehicle, probably nothing mini. Maybe they want a convertible, but you have these options to pick. So right now, maybe a van. We're just going to see what the cost is. So if we book with one of these, we actually save money. Jeep Renegade or smaller, compact SUV. So let's do this one. We'll save $10 a day with budget off of our price. That's a good deal. And it has free cancellation, so even if you don't cancel your whole package. Okay, now this is the travel agent side. And so I'm showing you what a travel agent would make. You do not pay any extra on this, and it's all based per the booking. So if any of these were to be changed, the commission would also change. It's based on the rates that the supplier offers for commission for specific items. But here you can see it has our flight, our fabulous village place to stay, and the car. Gives you the dates and everything that's included in that. And then it shows you the starting price for all of that would be $86.1120. But because we booked it all as a package, we're going to save $204. So if you were booking this on your own, that's what you would basically save. What's due today is the $84.06. That's the difference of the $204. There are hotel fees that are not included, so you would end up paying that at the hotel, and that would be in euros because you're traveling to Rome. You could use a credit card for that, and your bank would just do the transition. Now here's where the travel agent earns their commission. So the commission would be $504.41. It's 6%. Every supplier pays out different commissions, and it's based on the prices and what your tiers are. So your travel agent may or may not add on like a small fee. I personally do add on a small fee depending on the client and the booking, because I have had people who have received free quotes from me and then gone to book them on their own. The thing is that if you book a trip on your own, and I've said this in other videos and I'll repeat myself over and over again, when you book it on your own, this commission doesn't change. You pay this to the supplier. So all of this commission goes to ExpediaTAAP and they keep it. And so when you use a travel agent, they work for you, they push for you, they help find, the things that you want. And if you want to change something, they do it for you. And it should be seamless. Nothing is ever perfect, but for the most part, if you had an issue with your flight or with your village when you showed up and they said, oh, we don't have your reservation, your travel agent will fight for you and do all of that for you. The commission gets paid no matter what. So this is what you're paying into that small business and paying to promote, that person and encourage them in their entrepreneurship. And as a travel agent, if you are a blogger, you would earn this cash back. So let's say that this was your 2-week trip to Rome and you wanted to tour Italy because you wanted to blog for 2 weeks. You would have a rental car, a flight round trip, and a place to stay, depending on where you wanted to stay. You could also be flexible on where you stayed, so you could change rooms various times, but you would get that commission back, and so you would save an additional $500 off of your price. So your trip would be less than $8,000 for 2 weeks. That's a pretty good deal for Italy. So thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions or if you're interested in starting your own travel agency so that you can do this too from home, I would love to have you join my team and teach you how to do it. It's so simple and it's been really rewarding for me, and I know it can be for you too. Have a blessed day.